That's why you do security. That's the part that got me. I was like, what?
If I was the judge, case dismissed. Yeah, I see y'all later. Y'all,
Judge was like,
grandmama,
ma'am,
please
pull it together.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not ready, then go ahead and tell me you're not ready.
I object to you getting records. You've been intrusive into people's personal lives.
I'm not a lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer, but
The Debrief.
Hello and welcome to another episode of I'm Not a Lawyer, but The Debrief.
The Debrief.
Is that right?
Ain't I supposed to say the Debrief?
No. Oh, you do. Did I mess up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Run it again.
You see what I'm talking about?
Hello and welcome to another episode of I'm Not a Lawyer, but
The Debrief.
Okay. I am Melanie, aka I'm Not a Lawyer, but, and I'm joined by my co-host
Gooseberry. How y'all doing?
We are not lawyers or legal experts, but we have a podcast called The Debrief, in which we talk about legal things, some of the things that are happening over the week, some of the things that I'm covering on my I'm Not a Lawyer, but platform. So that's what we're going to do today. There are two main things that I want to talk about. Actually, maybe three, just because something just happened that I just made a video about. So we'll start there. The first thing is YNW Melly just submitted a motion to substitute counsel, which basically is a request for the judge to grant him new attorneys. He wants his old attorneys to be out of there, and he wants to hire, or has retained as soon as the judge grants it, Drew Findling. Drew Findling is an attorney that represents all the people. Okay. Most recently, Drew is representing Dirk, the rapper, Chicago rapper, who is currently being held in LA. He has a federal case. It's a murder for hire case that's going to be starting in about a month, little over. And Drew represents him. He has also represented Trump at one point in time.
What's his name again?
Drew Findling.
Drew Findling.
He's represented a bunch of people. I was trying to see if I can get a list, because a bunch of like hip hop artists, athletes, a bunch of people. So anyway, he is wanting to retain him.
So a judge can dictate whether you can get a new lawyer or not?
Well, he has to. I mean, you filed the motion. It's going to be granted.
Okay.
But you do have to like request it. And
really?
Yeah, so like as an example, I was going to call him scamming attorney. That's not really appropriate. But the attorney, the
one that's always suing people for money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to get his name. The attorney who is on the other side of Blackburn. Okay.
I thought
Tyrone Blackburn. This is just an example, right? Tyrone Blackburn is representing the man who is suing TD Jakes and TD Jakes countersuit. In that, right, it comes out that Tyrone Blackburn submitted a motion using AI. There's some fake cases in there. He has done a lot of things. So the client submits a motion to release. He's like, release him. I don't want him. And the judge is like, I'm not releasing him yet because I want to see him. So, right. So like you request it and the judge will grant it. But if there's a reason the judge is like, bring your ass in here first, you know. So anyway.
Okay.
He has submitted this. Also, to be clear, the reason that Melly has put in this motion has to do with one of Melly's attorneys, the woman whose name is Raven Liberty. She is under investigation by Broward State Attorney's Office, right? So she is being investigated by the same office who is prosecuting him. This is a conflict of interest. They are not releasing any information. It's been a whole thing. So he is actually saying he wants to release his attorney, his representation, because of this conflict. This issue the judge has brought up to him many times because they became aware of this investigation. So he was like, Mr. Dimmons, it is completely your decision. Like, you can waive the conflict. You can say, yes, this is a conflict, but I don't care. Or you can say, I'm not waiving this conflict. I need new attorneys.
Okay.
At first, Melly was kind of like, I'm good. Like, whatever. But now he's like, hey, get him out of there and bring in the big guns. No pun intended. That was a bad joke for this case.
It is. Oh, I just got it.
Yeah. Oh, and
I
Yates
just
is
got
in
it.
here, Attorney Yates, and she just said Drew's a phenomenal attorney, probably best for Melly. I mean,
Well, my
everybody
question,
talks about how good Findling is. I'm actually really excited to see him in action for Dirk because that one's in LA and I'm planning to go. I want to see him in action.
well, my question is, this guy's coming in on the tail end of the case, so he's going to have to read up on everything that's happened and
tail end ish, right? Because the case just got moved to 2027. We're in 2025.
I guess he got plenty of time to prepare then, huh? I don't know how I feel about that. I think I would want
sure
the
they're gonna try
people
to get
that's
it
been with me, that's heard the entire story,
well, I mean,
and
but
understands what's going on.
well, after Melly's first trial, his first lead attorney, I don't know if he left or if Melly fired him, but the first lead attorney for YNW Melly is gone anyway. The attorney who did Melly's first trial is not even on the case anymore. This lead attorney he has now, he joined afterward. And so he has never even gone through a trial for Melly. He's just been this in between. And so now he's trying to get another attorney. Granted, Raven Liberty, the woman, and the other guy who I do like, they've been there the whole time. But honestly, Raven Liberty, her attachment, I'm not saying she's the problem, but her attachment to this case has caused a lot of issues. So, yeah.
Well, best of luck to both of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be I know this case has lasted for so long.
That is crazy. 2027
long.
Is there a possibility for them to expedite it? Like,
I mean, I'm sure, I'm not a lawyer, but I am sure the actual lawyers, and Drew Findling in particular, is going to be, it's the other good thing about fresh eyes is fresh eyes. So I'm sure he's going to come in there and have a bunch of strategies and thoughts and file a bunch of motions. We're probably going to see a bunch of different things. So we'll see. We'll see if he can get it moved up. I mean, the other thing, this stay on the case is because of the appeal, and this judge just doesn't have room in his calendar until 2027. So we'll see. We will see what happens. Let's move on to Cardi B. If you don't know, Cardi B is on, it's a civil trial. She is being sued by a person. She is not being criminally prosecuted, to be clear. She is being sued civilly in LA by a woman who was a security guard at a medical building. So what happens, it was I got a bunch of cases in my head. So 21, 20, I forgot. At some point in the early 20s, I think, Cardi B, it was when she was pregnant with her first child. She was about 3 to 4 months pregnant. She was in LA. She doesn't live here. She was in LA and felt weird. And so she asked her team if there was a doctor that she could go to and she could be discreet and it would be professional, all of that. They arranged for a Saturday appointment because most people go to the doctors Monday through Friday. She goes on this Saturday, like mid-afternoon. She goes to this building and her bodyguard stays in the car. Cardi B goes upstairs on the elevator on the 5th floor. As she exits, she is passing, right? She's kind of encountering, but in a passing way, a security guard named ImNotALawyerBut who is there. Apparently, the security guard says something to the effect of, "Oh, that's Cardi B." The security guard also has some phones in her hand. And so Cardi is under the impression the woman is filming her. Cardi, who is pregnant and it's her first child, and this is a big deal, and she's keeping it very much out of the public eye, and it's not, she's trying to be discreet. She says, something to the effect of, "Why are you filming me?" They have exchanged words. It gets loud. The doctor apparently and the receptionist comes out, breaks them up. They go about their day. According to the security guard, her name again is ImNotALawyerBut, when they were exchanging words, Cardi's cursing her out. Cardi has very long nails. We've seen many images of her with long nails. And she apparently puts her finger in this girl's face and cuts does something with her nails.
Scratches.
Nose, cheek, face.
Yes. So she was like, "Get the F out my," and she hit her face and then came across her cheek with her sharp nails.
Something happens to the lady's face.
So she was like,
Cardi says, "I never touched you." The lady says, "Yes, you did." Basically, that's kind of the point of the lawsuit. She says they never touched. So I will play for you the security guard explaining her version of events.
Y'all know how women do this because y'all have breasts, but y'all be putting y'all phone like this.
Says something along the lines of that looks like Cardi B, or wow,
that's how she was filming Cardi. She got caught like this.
Put your earphones in.
Oh.
Here we go.
I said something along the lines of that looks like Cardi B, or wow, that's Cardi B.
Were you talking to anybody at that time?
No.
You're sure?
Yes.
Were you entering the elevator?
I was, yes. After she heard me say her name, she turned back around, and the first thing out of her mouth was, excuse my language, was, "Why the fuck are you telling people that you seen me?" At this time, I tried to calm her down and assure her that I didn't tell anyone that I seen her, and she was extremely upset. Then, excuse my language again, but she said, "Yes, the fuck you did," and then she put her finger in my face.
And approximately how long were her fingernails on the date when she put them in your face?
About 2 to 3 inches long.
What were the words that she used that were so hurtful?
She used a lot of words, and again, excuse my language, but she was like, "Fuck you, you fat ass bitch. That's why I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna get you fired. Nigga this, nigga that, bitch ass nigga. That's why you do security. Ah, that's why you do security. Ah." She was sticking her tongue out. She was flailing her arms up and down. She was jumping up and down. Body shaming me. I mean, racial slurs, just a lot.
That's why you do security. That's the part that got me. I was like, what?
Y'all, hey, you know Cardi B said that.
That's my thing. I'm like, this sounds just like Cardi.
People do that at the club.
Yes.
They do that at the club with the security at the club.
We have a guest who is coming in. Are you going to say hello, or are you going to stand there awkwardly? So yes, it was.
Shaw, that why you security.
It sounds so in line with Cardi B.
Top flight.
I believe that. Here's the thing that was a big deal. The Imani's attorneys were trying to get Cardi's history of violence into the trial. And the judge ruled no prior bad acts. You can't do that. You can't say, right? It's almost as if she's done it before. Of course she did this. We as the public, we're like, she did that. But in the trial, they are not allowed to talk about the fact that she was just apparently at the airport harassing Raw Ali doing the same kind of mess. They can't talk about that in here. And so
throwing mics at people.
And so that is her version of events. She being Imani, the plaintiff, did not take pictures of the injuries after, but she did, and this is a part of what she's suing is for her medical bills. She went to a plastic surgeon. She went to go see a surgeon for these injuries, and the surgeon took the stand, and he oh shoot, did I not export that one? He went through her bruises. I don't know if we're going to call them bruises, her injuries. And hold on, sorry.
Yeah, man, I done been.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Tell me where
so
on the face you see.
This is, let me just set it up really quick. This is the surgeon going through, because before he did his operation, if you will, he took some before pictures. So he goes through her injuries and her before pictures.
And if you can tell me where on her face you see the scar.
Counsel, there's a pointer there. If you would just want him to get down and give you a pointer on the screen.
There's a pointer there behind you. And if you could just show us where the scar is located. Let's see.
So this is a terrible picture. Sort of like, oh, there you go, that's better. No, it's not good. Okay, there's the main scar here. And this entire area here shows differences in the skin, sort of a general area that's very different from the rest of the skin. And there's a little linear mark here, and there's another one over here. So those are the three marks that I was talking about. This is the main scar down the center, and this is another mark to the side. Here's another mark on this side. So those are the scars, and this is the whole area that's affected. So it has a little bit different, the pores are a different size, and they're a little washed out and a little, they've lost some of the normal undulations of skin, which are called bead pegs. But that happens often with scar.
Okay, and if we look at this this photograph, can you tell that in the photograph, Imani Ellis was wearing some makeup?
It appears she is, yes. She has lipstick, and it appears she's wearing some makeup.
So those were the injuries. And here's my thing. I can't see them. I can't see them. And I just feel like if you're a surgeon and your whole point is to do before and afters, you should actually be trained on how to take really good pictures and like perfect the lighting. Your lighting situation should be like perfect so that you can really emphasize, right, the before. And that was so minimal. And what he did was microneedling. He said he did medical microneedling, and it's medical because just like regular people can't do it, but he had to go into a procedure room. He had staff there, nurse, everybody's there for this procedure, and that is why the bill is so high. 25,000, I think is, or maybe she's suing for 35. Regardless, it's thousands of dollars. And he was like, and her face is not even all the way there. She could actually use more sessions because that scar is still there.
If I was the judge, Katie Smith. Yeah, I see y'all later. Y'all going home.
But I still need to play what Cardi says about the event. But hold on.
Y'all going home.
Here's
now.
my, I have opinions about what really happened in the case, what the verdict should be in the case. I forgot my other question.
I can tell you exactly what happened in this whole scenario.
Tell me.
This is exactly how it played out. What's the girl's name?
Imani.
Cardi B walks in.
Yes, it's a jury. It's a jury trial.
Imani has her phone just like this. Whether she could be recording or talking to a friend, and she was like, girl, that's Cardi B. And she's probably moving just like this with Cardi. And Cardi's like, what Cardi does. Why you recording me? What's happening? Blase, blase. Oh, girl, she responded back. This is my phone. I can do what I want. What are you talking about? I ain't even recording you. The whole time she recording. Cardi B probably walked up to her. Get that phone out my face. She ain't touch her or nothing.
I think she touched her.
I don't think she touched her. Because if she touched her and she scarred her, even if she...
I think her nails were long and her nails touched her.
If she mushed that girl...
I don't think she mushed her.
I think the young lady would have at least mushed herself, did something to herself to bruise something, and take a picture of herself. If anything happens beyond 2020, you taking a picture of it, period. I don't care what it is. People...
I forget sometimes.
People...
I mean, not this, though.
That's
I
what
would
I'm
take
saying.
a picture of this. But sometimes I'm like, dang it, I should have took a picture.
People, loved ones be getting beat up.
That's true.
They don't even help. Yeah. They film them.
That's true.
You gonna film something. You gonna have something recorded. And that's what happened. I think they probably chest bumped and did all this, and then it went across the way. And then old girl went home and she was telling her friends, girl, this happened. Girl, you should sue. And that's what happened.
So here's my thing, because I have nails that aren't even as long as Cardi B's, but sometimes I touch things that I don't intend to because of the length of my nails, especially if they're longer than I usually have them.
Okay, I can believe
you
that.
can not realize how close you are to somebody, and your nails will go the distance. Mm-hmm. That has happened. I also have to, this got brought up today. Cardi B was back on the stand today. Today's Wednesday, if you're listening later, but Cardi was back on the stand today. And one of the questions the defense attorney was, the plaintiff's attorney was asking her is about the sharpness of her nails. I have to intentionally tell my technicians always to make sure my nails are not too sharp, because for, especially after I had Micaiah and even McKinley, because if you have nails, if you just get the stiletto nails, they don't seem that sharp. But I have ripped shirts, I have ripped clothes, and I have poked my children on accident because of how sharp the nails are. They're not even like you're not trying to make them a knife, but they have been sharp. So that said, I can believe that she got in that girl's face and she did touch her face. Those injuries are non-existent in my opinion. However, if I was ever in a situation in which Cardi B's nails touched my face, I would lay out on the ground. I would be like, she killed me. What? Oh my God. This girl is doing the things that we always say we would do. She's just doing it publicly because now trials are streamed. I would just want to do it with no cameras around because I don't want to be embarrassed. But I get it, girl. You are trying to get your money. It's like the whole joke. Everybody always be like, if you in Walmart, slip and fall, this Walmart finna be named after me. It's finna be Walmart. We have made jokes like that for years. This girl's just actually following through. And because it's streamed, she looked dumb.
She looks dumb, but she should have. Look at here, we talking crazy. She should have just marked her own face up. I mean, what's a scratch on your nose and on your cheek?
She too pretty for that. She didn't want to actually injure herself.
Well,
she's just trying.
In that case, she about
my girl trying to have a quick come up.
She ain't coming up from this one.
And listen, it's my money and I want it now.
She ain't coming up for this one. She should have marked herself up.
Baby, let me tell.
A little scratch.
So here's the thing. Cardi B, this is also the problem with suing a person like Cardi B.
Give me my money.
She is simply likable. Cardi B is funny. She's just
she is
charismatic and funny. And so, I was expecting, I know she's a funny girl, but still, I'm like, she must be angry. She's in court having to pay these attorneys and do all of it. She must have an attitude. And she was called as a hostile witness by the plaintiff. So she wasn't even called by the defense. She was going to testify. They call her first. So she's called as a hostile witness. The woman isn't hostile because she's just funny. And so one of the first questions the plaintiff's attorney asks her, which low-key pisses me off, but the way she responds is funny. So let me play you. This is minutes after, seconds, very quickly after Cardi has taken the stand. This happens.
The elevator. Getting out the elevator. She was coming in.
Oh, wait, wrong one. Hold on. Let me do the other. That's her telling the story. This is the.
Today you had black hair, short hair. Today. Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
They're wigs.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know that.
Why did she make them? She's just her little faces. She's like animated, and it just draws you into like, okay, I'm with you. So,
oh man,
she's funny. And then at one point, he's like, "So you went to the doctor with your bodyguard?" She's like, "Yes." "How come your bodyguard didn't go up with you to the appointment?" And she's like, "Because I don't want a man that I work with going to a vagina doctor with me." And it's like, good answer.
That is a good answer. And the way she responded, because I know it could have went left.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost, you anticipate she's going to go up there. She has an attitude because she's in trial and paying all this money, and she's just funny. And again, that's not to say I don't believe. I just told y'all what I think. I think she was in that girl's face. I think that let me just play Cardi's version of events.
She also looked nice in there. Look at her. She all dressed up.
And she got a new wig today, child. She had a short black wig on Monday, long and blonde on Tuesday, and longer today. And it's black, I think. The girl is she's just being herself. I'm just saying. Okay, here's Cardi's version of what happened.
I was coming out. I could hear her. She was talking on the phone. And she said, "Oh my God, y'all, Cardi B's here." So I kind of speed walk, but I feel her behind me. Then I hear her talking like, "Oh my God, Cardi B is here." So I turn around and she had her phone. She didn't have it here no more. Now she has it here. And I asked her, "Yo, why are you recording me?" And she clearly looked like the security. She looked like the security guard. She's uniformed down. And I'm like, why are you recording me? Are you security? And she's like, oh, my bad. But then I'm walking, and I feel her still following me. So like as I'm walking, speed walking, trying to look for the office, I turn around again, and I'm like, why are you following me? She's like, because I can. It's like, no, you can't. Why are you following me for? Like, ain't you supposed to be security? And she's like, because I can. It's like, no, you can't. And she's like getting closer and closer. Like now she's like in front of me where I can't even like really maneuver. And I'm like, ain't you supposed to be security? Like you grouped out, you recording me. And that's when we started arguing.
And what did you tell her?
I was like, you can't do what you want. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like you invading my privacy, and now we're like chest to chest practically. So I keep telling her like, you need to back up. And I'm thinking to myself like, this girl is big. She's big. She got big black boots on, and I'm like, damn. The hell am I gonna do now? She's literally right in my face, like on my chest, and we're arguing. And I keep telling her to back up, but she's not backing up. And we arguing, cursing at each other. I did call her the B word. I did call her a bitch. Like, bitch, get out of my face. I did say, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. You're in my face. You're screaming in my face. And she kept telling me like, you gonna leave my building. I'm like, I'm not leaving. Like, how you harassing me? I'm not leaving. Like, you telling me, how you telling me to leave? I came to see a doctor. You following me. You're recording me. I'm just trying to check my cat. You're recording me.
That's what I'm saying.
And we're arguing. That's when the receptionist came out. She started wilding out like, this bitch hit me. And I'm like, I did not hit her. I'm looking at her like, girl, I can't even hit you if I want to. You're bigger than me and you're pregnant. And she just started wilding out like, this bitch hit me. Then the doctor came out and he's like, go to my office. And after that, I just walk away. And that's just that.
Okay, y'all. Everything I said, I take back now. Cardi B, that was a terrible story of what happened.
Why?
She didn't. She walked up behind me. I said, "Why are you recording me? Why aren't you security?" And the only thing she kept saying was like, "Aren't you security?"
Because her
it's
point
not
was it's inappropriate for you as a security guard to be filmed. Aren't you security? Like, you're not allowed to be doing this. Isn't this improper, unprofessional? Isn't this a problem? Also, this is a medical building.
The way she explains it,
yes.
She walked. Hey, aren't you security? She kept walking. She was up on me, and I said, "Aren't you security?" It doesn't sound like a real story. What sounds like a real story is that she recorded you, and right then you got an attitude with her, and y'all went at it.
But that's what part of what doesn't line up? That's what she said, in my opinion. She said she saw the girl recording her.
So she said the girl basically followed her all the way to the doctor.
She addressed her
as a
first,
nuisance, stalking Cardi.
Addressing her along the way. Yes.
Yes. So I'm like, that doesn't seem like it happened that way.
Got it.
I would think it's that first interaction, Cardi wasn't as cordial as she's talking about. Hey, why are you recording me? Blase, blase. It was more like, get that out my face type situation, and they went at it. That's what
I see. I can imagine. I think. Okay, I think what I can imagine happening is they're passing each other. She sees her with her phone. Cardi is assuming she's recording her. She addresses her. Aren't you secure? Why are you recording? I think she said, aren't you?
Well, she said they weren't passing. She was behind her.
No, they were passing because Cardi is getting off the elevator. The girl Imani is getting on the elevator. That's the passing that happens. So they're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
She sees her with the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Are you recording me?
Yep.
So that's what she's saying. I think they both are you recording me?
Yep.
Cardi says, the girl says, oh my bad.
Yep.
They keep walking. And so as Cardi is passing, Cardi is now walking this way, but the girl is now following her, still trying to record her. And so she is feeling her. She's addressing her. She's
Mm.
walking. She's feeling her. She's addressing her. This is getting larger. That's the way I have understood it. But regardless, they had some kind of interaction. I could see nails being an issue, long nails being an issue, and long pointy nails being an issue. I can see that. Today on the stand, Cardi said her nails were not even pointy that week, and there are plenty of pictures of her from that week on the internet that would show her nails were not pointy. So I think that this interaction lasted for less than a minute, and the fact that there is all of this energy put into it is dumb.
Yes.
I think that this is dumb. And I think that lady's face is fine. I understand the point of like, because I would do it. If you touch me, celebrity, and you got a lot of money, I'm coming after it too. I just would never do it. The minute I learned that it was going to be streamed, I would say, I withdraw. Never mind. If we can't settle out of court, I'm going to go mind my business. The girl also got fired as a security guard shortly after for misconduct. She apologized in the letter to the security company for being unprofessional. It's like, girl, she also apparently got into a car accident around the same time. So Cardi's attorneys are like, basically, couldn't this have come from a car accident that you just happen to also have been in? This is dumb.
Do you have the clip of them talking about how she said she couldn't be a security officer anymore because she was traumatized?
I don't have it
So,
marked.
so the security officer said she was traumatized from this event and she could no longer be a security officer or a police officer. And then they say, well, isn't it true you were fired?
Yeah.
And she's like, yes, I was fired.
Oh, y'all knew about that? I thought I was going to be able to just say that this traumatized me.
If I was the judge, case dismissed.
At one point, her attorney was like, are you single right now? She's like, yes. Has this incident affected your ability to have future partners? How? How is Cardi hit to what has affected your love life?
Traumatized. She was attacked.
Silly. This is silly. So anyway, Cardi is back on the stand today.
Cut your nails, man.
Also, this is the last bit that was actually interesting, is that at the end of day 2, what comes out is Cardi's attorneys say that they have found the doctor Cardi had went to see, as well as the receptionist who Cardi says came out and broke this fight up or this incident up. They took a long time to identify them because, again, Cardi was not living here and she was just in town and felt weird. So she wanted to see a doctor. So she didn't know this doctor's name. She had never been there before, has never gone back since. It just was random in town. Her attorneys are able to find those people, want them to testify. The plaintiff's attorney, Imani's attorneys are like, no, they should not be able to testify. They provided this information late discovery, blah. I haven't been able to depose them. It's a whole thing. They're trying to get them thrown out. The doctor says the judge says the doctor can testify. The question really is about this receptionist. Should the receptionist be allowed to testify? And here's the problem with the receptionist. The receptionist's name was only identified like 3 or 4 weeks ago, but it was, as soon as her team learned it, they say they turned it over to the plaintiff. But the receptionist sent in a declaration with Cardi's attorneys, a declaration, which is just like a statement, right? Of like, yes, I am this person. Here's what I say happened. According to the receptionist, a few months after the incident, Imani reached out to her and was like, yo, I'm trying to sue. Help me. Like, I need. And so the receptionist was like, girl, no. So she sends in this declaration. So the judge asks Imani, did this happen? And Imani's like, no, I've never reached out to her. And so it's the big question is this receptionist going to be allowed to testify, right? But again, it goes to her attorneys are like, we didn't know who this person was. And if Imani actually did know who this receptionist was from the beginning and just never said anything because she knew, that is even a bigger problem. So I'm like, there's so much energy into this case that lasted for 30 seconds. And the scars are what they are. I mean, this is worse
Because
than ASAP Rocky.
one person.
Relly's little scrapes on his knuckles. This is worse than that. I can't even see what you are talking about.
Yeah.
Girl.
And to have a surgeon, a doctor come in and try to justify it.
Yes.
This man was just drawn on a blank canvas. Right here, you see this, and I'm like,
yes.
I see some open pores, man. But
I mean, honestly, go get a facial. Or go get microneedling, but like not to the tune of $20,000. Anyway, so that's that case.
I would have punched myself in the.
Remember Thin Line Between Love and Hate?
Yeah.
When she was in that. Oh, she was beating herself up. That was terrible. All right.
She was better off doing something like that.
So that's that case. Let's move on to the case that has now consumed me. And that is this Adelson trial that's happening down in Florida, because it's always Fulton or Florida.
Yeah.
I don't even know this. Okay. This case is crazy, but I made a recap and I made some slides to help me. Okay. Dan Markle. I be bad about names, child. The victim's name is Danny, is what they call him. Danny was a Florida law professor, at FSU, Florida State University. And in 2014, he was killed when he was sitting in the driveway of his house. Okay. At the time, he had been recently divorced from a woman named Wendy Adelson, and they had 2 kids. So they're divorced and they're going through this custody battle because Wendy wants to move down to Miami where her family is. But because of these children, she has to stay in Tallahassee where Dan is. He's opposing her moving and she's asking the judge, can I move? Mm-hmm. The judge ends up saying, no, you cannot move. You have to stay in Tallahassee. And he orders that it's a order with prejudice, meaning you can't bring this back up. This is the final ruling on this situation. So live your life here in Tallahassee. Okay. Mm-hmm. Apparently, Wendy, her mama, her name is Donna, and Donna Sue is apparently some overbearing, all in the business kind of mama. Okay. She's all up in Wendy's business, and she's refusing to let die the fact that Wendy and the kids can't move to Miami where Donna and the rest of the family are. So what police do after Dan is killed is they learn through a bunch of, through their investigation, through some video surveillance, through a bunch of things, they learn that the people who actually killed Dan in his driveway were the men at the bottom of the slide, Luis Rivera and Sigfredo Garcia. So those were the hitmen. Okay. At first, police are trying to figure out, and I should put up my other slide. Police are trying to figure out what is the connection between Luis and Sigfredo. Why would they're from Miami. Why would they drive from Miami all the way to Tallahassee to kill this random Florida law professor? Mm-hmm. And so they're trying to find the connection. And eventually they figure out that Sigfredo, one of the hitmen, has the mother of his children. Her name is Catherine McBanu. I always say the names wrong. Her name is Catherine. And Catherine, one more second. Catherine is currently dating a man named Charlie Adelson, and Charlie Adelson is Wendy's brother. So what happens is hitmen are connected because Sigfredo's baby mama is the girlfriend of Wendy's brother, and that's the connection. That's what police learn. Hopefully that makes sense. I have a video that's much, much better than the way I'm doing it right now. And so Megbanwa. Okay. Y'all know I'm bad with this. Catherine is her name. Yes. Katie is what they call her. And so police discover all of this, and they end up first charging the hitman. Okay. Luis is like, hey, now let's talk deals. So Luis strikes a deal. And so in exchange for his testimony against his co-defendants, he gets 19 years in exchange for his testimony. Okay. So he's sentenced to 19, but he has to testify against everybody. Turns out Sigfredo is like his childhood friend, but Sigfredo's up first. So Lewis goes in there and yep, we were the hitmen. We killed that man together. So Sigfredo gets life.
Dang.
Next up is Catherine. Okay. Because what police prosecutors say is Wendy has this divorce, this situation going. Charlie, her brother, asks his girlfriend, Catherine, you know any hitmen? She's like, actually, my baby daddy. And that's how they're saying it's connected. Okay. So Catherine is up next for obviously enlisting her father of her children. She goes to court. The first trial ends in a hung jury. And so she has a retrial and she gets convicted. And what's crazy is the prosecutors actually offered her a plea. All she had to do was flip on the Adelsons and she refused. She did not flip. So she takes it to trial and gets sentenced to life plus 30. Yes.
She didn't flip.
She wouldn't flip. So after Catherine gets convicted, Charlie gets charged. Police are they're just working their way. So they charge Charlie. And Charlie goes to trial and he also gets convicted. Life in prison. Right after Charlie gets convicted, police hear him and his mama on a phone jail line. Okay, so let's go back to this one. In which mama is talking about me and your daddy finna go to where were they flying to? In the chat, remind me where they were going. They were catching a flight to a country that doesn't have an extradition treaty with the US.
Iraq.
No, Vietnam.
Vietnam.
It was Vietnam. They were headed to Vietnam. And so police catch her and her husband, Harvey, at the airport. And she gets charged because what prosecutors are saying is that she was the one who, again, was so consumed and controlling and obsessed with having her daughter and her grandchildren move to Miami that when the judge said, no, ma'am, you can't move, it just sent her spiraling in such a way that she told her dearest son, who she had the best relationship with, we have got to do something. Get somebody to kill him. So Charlie's like, baby girlfriend's like, baby daddy. And that is what set it off. And so Wendy Adelson has not been charged. The ex-wife of the victim has not been charged. Yet she has had to testify in all of the trials. She testified against the hitman. She testified against Catherine. She testified against her brother. And she most recently this week got on that stand to testify against her mama. To be fair, she's not like, yes, they did this. She's like, I know nothing about this, is what she said. I know nothing. I have no knowledge of my mother's involvement. She was granted immunity in exchange for her testimony. If you watched YSL, you're familiar with how this works. If you are subpoenaed by the state and you intend to plead the fifth and the state's like, no, I need your testimony, they can grant you immunity to cancel out pleading the fifth, right? The whole point of pleading the fifth is anything I say can be used against me, so I'd rather shut up. That's the point of pleading the fifth. When you are given immunity, that is the state saying anything you say won't be used against you. We are not going to use anything you say against you. Therefore, you can't shut up. You now have to speak. That's the whole exchange of the immunity versus pleading the fifth. So Wendy is granted use and derivative use immunity. Okay, we should talk about that very quickly. Transactional immunity would be complete immunity. You won't be charged at all, ever. Use and derivative use immunity is when the state says, we're not going to charge you. We're not going to use anything you say to charge you. And we're not going to use anything that we are able to obtain based off what you say to charge you. Okay. So we can't use what you say, and anything derived from what you say, we can't use. However, if we just so happen to get some information of your involvement from something other than what you've said, you can still be charged.
Hold on now. So she's getting what immunity?
She has use and derivative use
Oh,
immunity.
I ain't saying
She
nothing.
can still, you have no choice. Because if you will be held in contempt. We saw Woody.
I ain't saying now, because now they can just make up something.
And they make up. The woman is involved. What is pissing me off?
What you need to look at is that you have 2 kids. Yeah, 2 children that's gonna need their mama. So whatever, mama, even if the mama was involved, man, go raise your kids. We got
Who are you?
We had the ringleader.
Craig.
Wendy didn't come up.
Craig.
Wendy didn't go to her brother and say, "Hey man, kill my husband." It was the mama.
Oh, let me keep talking.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's some
Because
things I don't know.
think you're crazy for even saying that. People aren't gonna like this, but I don't think they have a ton of stuff on Donna. As I've been watching, I'm like, I want more. I also haven't gotten to the bump yet. They did a hosting operation, and I'm waiting for that. But so far, I've been like, I feel like Wendy has more to do with this. And how come y'all haven't charged?
Oh,
her?
so the mother, Wendy went to her brother.
What?
Wendy told her brother Charlie.
To what?
Hey, I need somebody.
No, they're not. No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I'm saying. How was she the ringleader if she didn't go to her brother, other than her mother going to her brother saying, "Hey."
For me, it's hard to believe that Wendy, I mean, granted, Wendy is the youngest of the children. Okay. She has 2 older brothers. There's Charlie, and then the oldest is a brother named Rob. She is the youngest, and there are a bunch of emails in which Donna was clearly, she treats her children and Wendy in particular as like, I don't know, she acts as if she's just a very overprotective mother, right? So there's something has to be done with this asshole. There is this email that was sent from Donna to Wendy, and she's like, one of the issues that you wanted me to write to you about for your meeting tomorrow with Kristen. So Kristen was Wendy's divorce attorney. So this is Donna, who is just completely involved with this divorce. She's like reading everything, sending her notes about stuff. Like she's very involved in this. Let me show you this one. Honey, thanks for keeping me informed. Just read the email correspondence between you and Kristen. So this whole trial, they're showing how much involvement Donna had in this divorce. It's like odd. Then Wendy also, at one point, let me find it. At one point, I can't see. I don't want to put the wrong document up. Hold on. Oh, I think we have to go with this one. Oh, I lost it. Oh. Okay, so at one point after the relocation gets denied, Donna sends an email to Wendy with suggestions as to how to piss off Danny enough to allow them to relocate. So Wendy sends, not Wendy, I always say Wendy. Donna tells Wendy she should dress her children up because Danny is a devout Jew. So she basically is like, act like you've converted them to Christianity and take the pictures and post it all over Facebook and like act like they're getting baptized, like do this whole thing. And that's going to piss him off. You see at the end, she's like, how happy do you think he will be? It's like stuff to like, she's coming up with these ideas to piss him off. Yeah. So she was clearly very involved in an odd way with this whole entire situation. Okay. However,
oh my goodness.
However, they learn about Danny's schedule. And how else do you learn that but through the wife? He also had called, Danny called Wendy to tell her about his plans for the day. He was leaving town that weekend. And the hitman on the stand said we had to do it that day because we were told that he was going out of town that weekend. How else y'all know that? And so, I mean, in theory, maybe Wendy unknowingly mentioned it to her mom, but like, I don't know. That's weird. Also, Wendy had a boyfriend. This probably is all over the place if you haven't been following. So sorry, but it's the whole case is insane. Wendy had a boyfriend after the divorce. He takes the stand yesterday.
Wow.
And it turns out that it seems like they were trying to frame him. So the car, every time
Frame the ex-boyfriend. This is her ex-boyfriend now.
It's her ex now. Yes.
They trying to frame him.
It seems like they were trying to frame this on Wendy's boyfriend.
Lover or
who
whatever.
was at the time. Yes. He happens to have a very similar type of car to the car that the hitman rented. Okay, rented. Also, both times that so the hitman had come in June to do the murder, but they lost him. And then they came back in July before Danny was going on a trip. And both times that they did, it just so happens that this boyfriend of hers was going to be driving around that area because he was also planning to be out. He was like going out of town, driving out of town. So
what?
Yeah. And of course, at one point he's a suspect because it's like he's the boyfriend. Yeah. So he's on the stand yesterday and he's like, I'm just saying it was kind of weird that all of these coincidences are happening. And she, at the time, she had been like trying to break it off with him, but kept stringing him along, like as if they're going to break up, but then would keep trying to, and then what are you doing tonight? And so what's your plan later? And like asking him all these questions.
Yeah. Lock her up too.
So then the last thing I need to say about this is that after Wendy finds out that her ex-husband has been killed and they ask her who would have a reason to do this, she says to them,
better not be.
I mean, my brother could have a reason. My family hated him. And turns out her alibi, right? When her husband was being killed, she was at her house getting her TV fixed. And what she tells police is, it's so funny that my brother, Charlie, the one who's involved, would make this joke all the time that as a divorce present, he wants to get me a hitman for Danny. But instead of getting me a hitman as a divorce present, he got me a TV instead. And where was she while her ex is being killed? Getting the TV that he bought her fixed.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
There we go. I didn't have all the information, y'all. Lock her up too. And the daddy. Everybody in this family.
It's cheaper to get a TV. That's what he said.
Everybody in this family knew about this situation. Ain't no way in the world the husband didn't know, especially his wife just say, hey, let's go move to Vietnam. And he just, okay.
Yes.
So everybody knew.
Did I mention that they were successful people? So the daddy of the whole Adelson family is a dentist and had a dentist office. Charlie, the brother who got the girlfriend to do this, was a periodontist. Their oldest son is a medical doctor in New York, and Wendy is a lawyer, an immigration attorney.
See,
so much mess.
You don't. There's a country song. There's a song. What's that dude's name?
Because Mario just reminded me. Hold on. So after that, after Danny is killed, Wendy doesn't go to the funeral. Her and the kids. She doesn't take the kids to the funeral. And you know what she does? Shortly after the funeral, moves to Miami with the kids, where she had been trying to go the whole time. Okay. She relocates and she changes their names, gets rid of Markel and changes the kids' names to Adelson.
Dirty.
She's not innocent.
She's dirty.
The prosecutor asked her when she was on the stand, did you have like a big mouth so they just decided not to tell you, or was this a plan to like keep you out of the know so that you, if you're ever asked, you can say you have no idea what, like, was this the plot? And she's like, there was no plot. I have no knowledge of that. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Uniforms.
I don't know. SS. Tell me, break down what SS. Plausible deniability. Thank you. Yes. Well, that? No. Plausible deniability is I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to be able to know.
Dang. I thought the mom was so into their lives that she was like, I'm about to take care of this for my baby. But in reality, the wife went to her mom knowing her mom was outrageously crazy and would be down for this stupidity. That is crazy. Y'all, this happened because they wanted to move.
And she hated him. It's like her hate fueled.
You wanted to move.
Emotion, but
he didn't do you wrong.
No.
He didn't. You are a lawyer. It's not like Tallahassee is a terrible place to stay. Mm-hmm. Your daddy's successful, your brother's successful. Y'all are well-off human beings. And you took somebody's life so you can live in a different city.
Yes. And it's still in Florida.
It's still Florida, yeah.
I mean, you're still like, it's not like you're moving from Florida to Oregon. You're still in Florida. This is the most, the fact that it has spanned this many years is crazy. The fact that they have like strategically just gone from person to person to person to person. And that's why I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if Wendy's next. They're like, get her next, get him next, get her next. And for the grand finale, Miss Wendy Adelson, bring your ass in here. I feel like she's next. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like boyfriend's testimony was interesting. And I'm like, oh, are they on to her?
They on to her. That just what you explained. That girl had everything to do with this. She plotted, she planned, she gave them his schedule.
It's your problem. It's your problem. Why is everybody like coming to your defense and you aren't even that mad? Like it just, what's my Judge Million? She used to always, if it don't make sense, it ain't the truth. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense.
The country song I was talking about, I can't remember the name, but one of the phrases was, they call me crazy, but the world's insane.
Hello?
This is insane.
It is. Anyway.
You threw away everything because this man didn't want to move. And rightfully so. Man, he's a professor.
And what they were saying is like, I guess the kind of job he had as a professor, it's common for you to like jump around, go from school to school to school. But like, whatever, that who even cares about that? He has the right to say no. I think it's weird that the mom was this involved. This is controlling to another level. She is absolutely insane. I also am, again, like I said, waiting for the sting operation because based off of what they said, does she come across as controlling? Yes. But I'm also waiting for the like full on involvement. Like, I don't know. It feels a little light to me, but there was a sting operation years after this incident happened, right? When they're trying to charge Charlie and Donna, the police end up having a undercover random, like years later, randomly go up to, I don't know if it was, I think it was Donna. Randomly goes up to Donna, maybe because they were trying to get her. Go up to Donna and it's like blackmail her basically on some like, I know what y'all are doing.
I know what y'all did last summer.
Yeah, those type vibes.
Yeah.
So the prosecutor is like, this is, there's been time in between since he's died, this happening. If you have nothing to do with this, your immediate reaction, number one, is like, what are you talking about? But also like, call the police. Somebody's trying to extort me. Like, this is really weird, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't do that. She calls Charlie, right? Immediately calls Charlie. And then Charlie calls Katie. And then there's like this meeting. The police are just click, 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 taking all the pictures because they're all at the table and they're talking. And so immediately it's back on. So I'm waiting for I think that happened today. I just haven't been able to watch, but like the detective going through, they're calling it a bump. I keep calling it a sting, but apparently in police, it's called a bump. But they're going through this bump and how they, I guess secured her involvement and got to her.
Okay. So for everybody, because I'm a little
2019.
I was about to say, I'm a little lost on the timeline. So
14, he dies.
14, he dies. This is 2025 right now.
Yes.
So the sting and everything that happened helped them get the killers. When did the murderers get convicted?
I think they got convicted beforehand.
Because the mother, not I'm talking about, who am I talking about? Katie?
Uh-huh.
She's still out and she's in Miami.
Right now?
Yeah.
She's the one who had the retrial after the hung jury. She got
Katie's the girlfriend, Charlie's girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay. Who's Charlie's sister? Her name?
Wendy.
Wendy's out with her kids.
Yes.
Till this day.
Right now.
Okay. Charlie is locked up and Katie's locked up and the murderers are locked up.
Everybody is locked
up. And
Donna Sue
is waiting. She's on trial
right now.
Yeah.
I was looking for dates. It looks like Sigfredo. So he was the first trial. It looks like his happened in 16. Luis Rivera, the one who took the 19 years to snitch on everybody, that happens in 16. Katie gets arrested also in 16, at the end of 16.
Okay.
So actually in 19, it looks like it was supposed to happen in 16, but Sigfredo's trial didn't happen until 2019. And then because of COVID, right, that also has to do with this large kind of timeline for this trial. It looks like Katie has her trial. Dang, her trial doesn't happen until 22. She has a retrial in 2022 and she gets sentenced in 22. Charlie, because of COVID and all the delays, Charlie has his trial in 23. So McBonneau in 22, Charlie in 23. And then Mama Adelson, Donna Sue, she gets arrested. So this is how close this happened. Charlie got convicted on November 6, 2023. November 13th, what is that? 7 days later, a week later, they caught Donna on her way to Vietnam and charged her. But she was boarding the plane. And she was indicted that day. I'm just waiting for the update of Wendy Adelson. Now, and I'm like, if she doesn't get charged for this, then shout out to her. She is the smartest one in this.
If she doesn't get charged, it's because everybody else is satisfied with her not being charged, because the mama could tell on her. Everybody could tell on her if they wanted to, but if they decide not to, hey, she ain't gonna get charged. This
is the other question that is like just kind of looming around this case. The biggest question is Wendy gonna get charged? But the second question is, where was the daddy during all of this?
Where was
Harvey?
He knows.
Harvey Adelson, the dentist. Was he just living his dentist life, showing up at the office, working on people's teeth? He was finna go on that plane with his wife. Like, somebody explain to me what the hell Harvey was doing.
He was cutting the checks. They paid the guys, right?
Yeah, but Donna's name was on all them checks.
Oh, well, he probably was like, put your name on there. Don't put mine.
They were using the business too to pay Katie. So what they started to do was pay Katie as if she was an employee. But when the feds the state was like, hey, Give us her employment records. You have W-2, you have like a job description, you have like her employment packet when she started. And they were like, here's all the time she's been paid. What do you mean a W-2?
The perfect scenario for the dad. And this is how I think he would have handled it, or anybody should handle it. Hey, I'm going to be involved, but I'm not involved. Wink, wink. So y'all do this.
He had that courtroom every day.
Y'all do
Watching
this.
his wife.
Do
She's
not
75.
mention me. Do not mention. She's 75.
75. This happened when she was 64. She's 75. And she's at that table on day one, right? They're showing like the injuries and like how he died and blah blah blah. And Donna Sue is at that table just just being a fool. The judge was like, ma'am,
please
pull it together.
Yeah.
He said, you cannot be over there making reactions. Okay. You just cannot do that. You have to act as if you're on charge for the murder. Okay. I mean, on trial for the murder. It is a lot.
Okay. So all these people were going to work at their nice jobs, and the whole time they're murderers.
Imagine your oral surgeon is a murderer. You were all in my teeth fixing my cavities, and then you leave here and went to kill somebody. Like, it's bizarre.
Crazy.
It's such a made for TV situation. Also, it has so many people. It's just like Karen Reed. It just be a bunch of people involved in these crimes. Y'all got to keep it minimal. I guess maybe they thought since they're, one remove, and it took police a little bit to understand the connection, but they got there. Anyway, all right.
I'm looking for this country song so y'all can look it up. I can't find it.
Oh, somebody said Donna Sue is hard of hearing. She's 75. I wouldn't be surprised if she has something going on at this point. She's been around for a long time. I just wouldn't. This is a 75-year-old grandmother. Look how hard she went for her grandkids.
The man.
This is a story about love.
The man. The man just wanted to stay in his house
for the people you love. Anyway. All right. That's all.
That's terrible.
I know, it's a crazy, insane case. I have to catch up on. I've been trying to manage doing recaps for both of them because my life is insane right now. So hit up I'm Not a Lawyer, but all the platforms for some of the recaps that are done in probably a more succinct way than I'm doing it here. Thanks for watching.
ImNotALawyerBut.com.
Oh, yes. I've been getting all the orders too. So thank you for supporting. I appreciate y'all. ImNotALawyerBut.com for the merch. Go ahead.
Yep. And you can catch me on IG, GOOLZBY. Building with Goose on YouTube. Court is adjourned.